This makes it a good time as any. Continue along here. From season 13. Big Hero 6 season. Chance to start off there with chapter number 1. Hello! Making our way along in chapter number 2 here next to the school's laboratory. Laboratory! I'd say it's slightly more pretentious. And a decent run there, chapter number 1, so we'll see what chapter number 2 has in store. Alright, first race here, Transpacific Speedway. Win the race, perform 3 aerial stunts. Pretty straightforward. Be a lot of races here with Bell throughout the season, so
I'll try my best.
I actually quite enjoy it. It reminds me an awful lot of the respective courses in Asphalt 9. So it's a little bit of the San Francisco one, a little bit of the Osaka one, kind of merged together. It has a lot of features that I really recognize. Yeah, it has the whole multi-highway thing like it does in Osaka, and has some of the little curvy U things like it does in the whole factory assembly thing that Osaka does, and a lot of the little hill drops and stuff that you get from the San Francisco stage, so it's actually kind of neat. Oddly familiar. The stage I've not raced in yet somehow just intuitively feels like the stages I've raced in before. Plus it has neat things like little movie tie-ins and stuff. I act like I ignored you, huh? I think I can actually land up. There I go. Pretty steep jump, so it's kind of tricky for me to land, but or more towards the right. The hill would probably work out better. Now that I'm in the room, exactly. Alright. Guard pipe stuff done. What about? I had a Girl Scout Thin Mint Pop-Tart. They're alright. And okay bit of mint flavor. It's not quite as chocolate. Yeah, it's not quite as minty as I want it, not quite as chocolatey as I want it. And obviously the texture is Pop-Tart and a cookie are quite dissimilar, but like the hot fudge or the chocolate fudge Pop-Tarts have a little bit more gooiness to them compared to the pretty solid. I have a lot of like filling, just kind of the solid filling that's so texture's not quite what I expected, but they're alright. Complain. Alright, moving on here to stage number 2 on a circuit objects race. Next RB's challenge. Win, stay in the air for at least 6 seconds, at least 15 seconds. Wow.
My life isn't
okay, it's a mix of the characters here in closely. These are the Stitch ones. You saw one of the trailers for there the other day. Cute little movie. Some little different characters and stuff that they occasionally highlight. I haven't seen too many of like the other major aliens. Of course, it has Stitch in there, but I don't recall seeing like Jumbo or Gantu or anything pictured in any capacity. Yeah, some of the other characters like Agent Bubbles and stuff was there in the trailer, so that was, yeah, they did have the alien that I did remember. I've never actually seen the Lilo and Stitch movie, but I did watch the cartoon series for quite a while. So, some of the.
I know what must be done.
Hold on tight.
I practiced a lot for this.
Any better time have we had? That's fine. It's fine. And the Bazonk. Broken dash ability. Does that now. So it does this little juke lift off thing, but you can't use the charge ability anymore. Bigger notes I have is that it doesn't count it as a true rush skill, so if you have any like daily tasks to do rush skills, then I can't do them. Now the exception is if the character starts with it as like a premium item, that still counts as an actual rush skill, and you can use charge and whatnot, but being throughout a race, it's weird. Oh sweet, got that done in one race. Plenty of arrow stunts to add there. It's like they planned it. Alright, more coins. Ran through quite a few upgrade coins not that long ago. Kristoff up to level 50, so it's nice to collect more. Get someone else to level 50. Feel bad about it. Alright, stage number 3 here. Block sprint. Color match race. I'm going to use 9 skills. Let me try.
I dreamed of doing something exciting.
I got Shang going through in his second part of the second week of the Star Chase here, but I'll probably play with Mulan because I like it better. Yeah, they are. I'm guessing they probably did something to something intentionally with the rush ability, but that it had a side effect that wasn't intended. But you know, since other people report bugs about people gaining rush skills inappropriately, like they're in first place, but on a speedster or whatnot, those a couple of different weird things. I'm guessing that somehow was they were respecting things.
I will make my family proud.
It's also had some issues with some of the physics in some of the stages. It's like I was playing the aerials race Star Chase event this morning. The stage that she was in had like little airburst bubbles thing when you come off that little ramp. It just kind of goes blue and can do something on the side if you dash into it. But in this case, it was literally blowing across the entire course, no matter where, and basically pinning you against the left wall as you came off that hill. And you're like, that's not right. I've seen in the Discord, some other people were commenting that when they're doing some multiplayer races and other different stages that they're having, similar issues were getting pushed straight off the track in certain parts of the race for some unknown reason. It's like, I don't know what the... Again, there's something they did in the background to adjust something that had unintended consequences, so they'll get fixed eventually, probably. Duct tape? Yeah. Spaghetti! If you've ever had to work in an overly complicated media setup, you kind of get the idea about extension cords and Cat5 cables and whatnot. Jenga, oh, you broke it. Should have poked at that piece. Sometimes you'll get like the different free-to-play games and whatnot that comes through will do their big version 2.0 stuff, because oftentimes you use that as an opportunity to rebuild the game from the ground up with the new engine and adjusting all the code and whatnot, because over the 5-10 years of however long the particular games we're running has become such a mess from a coding standpoint, you need to just rebuild the foundation of it, start over. Dom has tried to do that and it's made more problems, unfortunately. Alright, moving on here to stage number 4, Hyper Race Classic. And another Arby's challenge. We'll win, drift for 10 seconds, and at least 30 seconds. We can do that.
I hope
I like drifting.
visit new places. I'd be happy to.
Some of the hills and stuff make it harder to drift. You start down near across them and getting traction. Also means I want to try to avoid a lot of the grind rails and stuff that I would normally try to take around some of the turns, because and then not drifting. 30 seconds isn't a really long drift time. 60, that'd be more significant. Almost a whole lap.
I've read about this vehicle. It's quite fascinating.
See, like this hill here, it's almost a carbon copy of the one from Asphalt 9. That's one of my hot dog carts here.
What a marvelous honor.
Exercise there for Mike. A little bit here this morning. Seasonal challenges to do. Get done with him here later this morning. Alright. Okay, stage number 5. Omnidroid Outrun. Let's go race. Oh, hello there, Game Boy. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Happy Friday. Checking out some busy Speedstorm here this morning. Hope you're doing well. You're busy sorting through your Game Boy collection there the other day. All shelved and organized, so we had a good time doing that. Done. Shouldn't have lots more to do. Good luck. Appreciate it. Should be alright. Most of the early chapters here aren't too much trouble. It's the final chapter 6 here that will give us the hardest time. Alright, just gotta win the race, done 3 opponents with skills, so
I'm ready for an adventure if you are.
I'd love to get her leveled up a little bit further
I hope I get to
some
visit
point or
new
another, but
places.
stick with Dash for right now.
Woohoo!
Still at it, yeah, I imagine so. Takes a while to go through that many games. I actually be able to get it right at the start of the race, presuming I can hit 3 people with his mine. The easiest way. Single skill race, so too hard to do otherwise. Just means I'm not having to linger around the other racers as much.
Yeah, baby. My soul's red.
Oh, I got 2 more was shielded. Got. I was surprised I didn't get anyone. Be a nice crowd back there. Yeah, I got some. Oh, I want to thank you. They did fix that part of the track, I noticed. Actually keeps me inside there without bouncing off an odd invisible wall and getting tossed around. That's just for me hit the wall. That was different. Alright, stage number 6 here. First mystery race. This set here. There's more quick shots from a race. View for characters there from Big Hero 6.
I'm really good at hero stuff.
And we'll get some races done with Donald still and
Oh, that's Wazowski with a Z.
Joy, so I'm gonna actually race with her.
Look at this guy. He races
Back here.
and grants.
This is gonna be so much fun. You got it.
Slowly inching her and sadness up to level 40. Using them pretty regularly in the racer boost. I need to check chapter 6, see if there's anyone else I need to be primarily focusing on. It's not typically a lot that I can do from the racer boost in a short period of a couple weeks, but I only need a handful of additional shards and the rest I can get from multiplayer then. Sometimes I can get the last few rolls I need. I forgot she was on this game.
Just follow my lead.
Started utilized quite a bit early on when she had first gotten added, but she didn't make very too much sense. But here, most anything like that. Bothered up probably. Got as much done in the multiplayer as they did so. It comes up again in another special event or limited time shop offer or whatever, then see too much more in that context. Ability works a lot nicer in certain contexts where you're able to just grab baubles with. I have to drive all over the track to do so. That's where I noticed that a lot of the racers have kind of like skills that actually lend themselves well to the stages that they're particularly located. So like you got all those beautiful narrow hallways in the inside out stage work really well with their ability, because then it compartmentalizes the baubles a lot more, and so we're not right out in the track, just kind of right in front of her with the narrow spots. Upgrade coins.
Ooh, I am so ready for this.
Just because I can.
I'm here to help.
Chip back over to the dome. Change it up a little bit.
Speechless.
I think I screwed already. Screwed past Donald there. There he is. It's level 40 and I went too far. Mario the Magical shirt. Hat time. Yay! Fancy ears here.
Anyone want to throw the discus around? I'll teach you some respect.
It says Mario on it. It's close enough. Ah, see, it fits a little bit better than the other hat, so. Stage is a lot nicer when it has the walls there, the different difficulty curves on it that will eventually start moving the walls and actually even making some of them damage walls, which is it's tricky around those really sharp turns. Right. Remember here unlocked. And moving on here to stage number 7, Ocean Vistas. Last race. And stay in a slipstream for these 10 seconds. Alright. Played as Leo last time, so
In a rabbit.
they stitch this time. Get too excited. It's like don't fall behind anyone. Done. Be very quick. I think just 10 seconds was all we needed altogether. Oh, the track, so it's kind of 50 for me there. These actually worked out just fine. On certain characters, I think, where it's an issue. Yep, his actually works out. Just like a normal person. Alright. More crew shards there for general. And move on to stage number 8. Nightmare Trail. All the leader race. Arby's challenge. Extra shards there for stuff. Go through 18 speed pads altogether.
I'm ready for
Stay
an
focused then.
adventure if you are.
Go good old Jack.
This'll be a scream!
Average about, excuse me, 9 a lap, and it's a 2-lap race, so.
Okay, Violet, you can do this.
I can do this! I know it in my bones!
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's 1 lap race, and I get pretty close to the end.
This cold
We just got him up to level 50 not that long ago, so I actually had him at 5-star for a long time, I think ever since the Frozen season through, so I got shards for him, but go through the process of leveling up all the upgrade coins. Okay, so it's chase number 9 now. Boost Oval, classic race. Win, activate 3 drift boosts. Very many, so very straightforward.
I suppose my life isn't very I'm ready.
This will make a great story. Professional.
Is this carriage steam powered?
Yeah, that's how I understood it, since how we don't have a character in the free track that ends up kind of being where the free one comes in. Like I said at the start of the week, just buy them outright. Following week you have a harder challenge, and the following week you have a different harder challenge. The final week then it's like your challenge that you can just grind away at to work on, but see how that all functions when that comes around. Peace out, Alan Walker. See ya, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Turn just keeps messing me up. Marnin's starting off well there. Checking out the new season here in Speedstorm this morning. The race is done. I know typically with like the previous seasons where they had like Rinsler, for example, the 3 character long chapter 6 challenge there we could get through, which obviously needed the character from the season pass to do, but then towards the last week or so of this season they'd have a special event where you could get a couple extra shards, some other like shards and that type of thing by using the character themselves. They have a dedicated time trial event, so I'm guessing that that event will be shifted somewhat to have like a capsule drop rate or whatnot for shards for that particular racer. So I'm guessing if that's the context, then I'm not necessarily have a huge success rate because the capsules aren't really good collection method, but that would be the grinding element of it. So, but we'll see what that all winds up being when the next few weeks come along. Yeah, moving right now to stage number 10, the next mystery race. It's the chance to get some free shards there for beating the beast racers. Almost got Fifi up another level, so get that. Once you can get those shards. They're in the box somewhere.
I'm ready for an adventure.
I will race with honor.
Another race going here with Joy.
I'm gonna make sure this is a great race. I promise.
To me? How hard can this be?
We can do this.
Yeah, so like this, it's a lot easier to collect all 5 of them again, really maximize the boost effect. Put on a happy face. There we go. Traffic need for Fifi. It should benefit me more to have the other lower end crew members leveled up, but while having them at a high level can help as far as their practical effectiveness. They still typically are always going to have pure effects that they boost, so it's still not as nice as the even higher end ones. Just easier to level up. So like the gold crew members, for instance. Excuse me. Which I eventually need 100 to get up to the level 5 upgrade, but right, if you have a whole set of slots open, especially for some of the other smaller corrals which don't have as many groups like Pigment or whatever. I found amusing that we're actually playing in the Inside Out stage again. Particularly if that crew member also helps you to upgrade the healer stat that you really want to focus on for that character. Like they already had a really high speed, so most of the upgrade stats are percentile based. So you want to maximize that character's speed, then mix up some of the lower end, less rare racers just because they're going to upgrade that specific stat. But that obviously depends on the racer's starting stats and crew members happen to do for upgrades. Yeah, have that done here later. Right now, moving on to stage number 11, Tropical Tour. Last one standing. We're going to use manual boost for these 15 seconds. Right. So far, we've done Lilo and Stitch, so this time around.
Captain Gantry reporting for duty.
Huh?
Now we have fun!
I think of the Lilo and Stitch group, my favorite is probably Angel, because she's also Trickster Racer and repeated there too with my favorite character class, but Lilo and Stitch are actually both pretty decent too. Both speedsters. My second favorite. Junbei has a neat special ability, but it's really only effective for harassing people, so effective boost skills or anything. Especially some of the windiness that you get from a lot of the Lilo and Stitch track. Both him and Captain Gantu just don't really flex too heavily. Yeah. It is a little bit, because then you have the person who pulls for the hard head. It's like, I'm in first now, and it's like, you're in first, are you? Strike him down with his Sanitizer. Yep. So. I mean, he just fell in the lava anyway, but. I think I just dropped that in the gap there, but that's fine. Expect too many folks to. No, it's a pretty low level race, so as a side effect, since it's an early chapter, they're not gonna be too competitive. Oof, right on top of me. Need to avoid it. Take this one in the face. No, I can't accelerate quite that fast to catch up to him. Yeah, that was a little rude. Fortunately, she got real nice. Bumped into her in the fact that she had gotten so far ahead of me from the turns that she could just simply make through that. Took a while to catch up, but that's alright. Worked better earlier in the race because the time between the lasers is wider and it just keeps closing in after that to finish the race up. Alright. Charge there from Oakley. Most of the really early racers I have many shards as I need for them. The newer ones I have a hard time getting leveled up. Alright. Last stage here for the chapter, stage number 12. Boss challenge, big city trial, win the race. Go, Belle.
Wish me luck.
Would be a neat effect with like the boss challenges if they added some sort of like in-stage dynamic that separated it from just like a normal race. So like you had little taglines at the particular race boss shouted out while you were going along in the lap or whatever, and they like activated their special ability at certain parts of the stage, so they just had to like deal with regular rain of chem balls besides what normally the race we do if they're actually racing, that kind of thing. Then obstructions then it feel more like a boss challenge than perhaps the context winds up being. Invisible and avoid the whole physics there altogether. Whoa.
I knew I could do it.
Right. Another chapter. I was there for Bell, crew member. Wow, now that's a chemical reaction. Big line from the movie. I hadn't seen it for a while, but excuse to rewatch it at some point. Alright, that takes the end of the chapter either way. Takes care of those first two chapters, start off the season here, so another new chapter to take a look at here next week. Chapter number 3, Science Science, as well as the ensuing chapters as the weeks go on. There to chapter 6. Trying to get that all checked out near towards the end of the first part of the season. Curious if there's anything here that I need to really worry about to start off with. See if there's any red. Hero, of course, but that kind of goes without saying. Miss Piggy at that end, but I'll at least be able to go down the middle. So far, Miss Piggy. Even get leveled up a little bit more at some point. She's actually coming along okay, but still quite a little far away from the level 40 threshold limits of your block, which is that'll actually be our block point then. Alright, so that'll be right there. So under one way in through that route, so the rest of this is a non-starter if we can't get through Maleficent. We don't have them locked, but level 40, so. Alright, answer that question. That also means that E is less of a concern at that juncture because I can't go down the rest of that. Yeah, I can't do that stage and that stage. That'd be about it, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference if I can't get the prizes afterwards. Otherwise, doing the stages doesn't really benefit too much. Alright, so it'll be another short chapter 6, but that's not unexpected. But if I feel like it working more, I'm up even. It's Piggy, I'm gonna get extra charge for those characters I don't really need. Beast I already have finished. Hades isn't quite. I have at least level 40 position, but Mowgli I have finished. Pete I have most of what I need for him. Mike and I have finished. Pretty close, I think, to finishing up Will if I haven't already, but he's all past level 2, so Olaf is done. Disgust is done. Them I don't think I might have done. I think that's probably so far the useful prize that I have to get this go around, but 3 shards there for evil, good. A few shards from Lipset. I don't think it'll be enough for me to unlock her, but that's actually something to look forward to. But yeah, we'll figure out when we can. Continue along the next few weeks, the way through part 1 of season 13, Microbot Mayhem, the Big Hero 6 season, and more races to make way along here.